Yes, good morning to all of you. Myself, Mahesh Jagdish Pingle, lecturer, Electronics Engineering, Government Polytechnic Ambad. So, dear students, today we are going to discuss the important terms that are related with your mobile communication. So, many times while discussing this particular subject, different terms comes in front of us, and to understand the concept of mobile communication and its technology, we must know the definition or the concept of that term. So, in this particular lecture, we are going to discuss different terminologies that are being used in your mobile communication. Right. So, let us have a look over these different terms. So, the first term we are going to discuss is mobile. So, what exactly we mean by the mobile? So, whenever we use the word mobile or we pronounce the word mobile, uh, such a kind of handset will come in front of us. So, these are some switches. So, we always this handset or cell phone as a mobile, and it is also true because such a handset itself it is used as a radio transmitter and receiver for your mobile communication. So that's why this particular handset we are using is labeled as a mobile. But it is not always the case that only this device is a mobile. So while defining the mobile, we can define any wireless radio terminal that can be moved during the operation at a rapid speed is called mobile. So, mobile is any wireless radio terminal. So, it may be your mobile handset or anything that can be moved rapidly. That word rapid, it is most important, that moved rapidly during the operation, so is called as a mobile. So always if we take the example that suppose if you are moving from one city 1 to city 2, so at that time during this journey from city 1 to city 2, you are having a mobile handset with yourself. So, at any distance apart from city 1 or city 2, you can get the signal and you are always get connected to the world with the help of this mobile device. So, this particular handset, it is called as mobile. So, though you are moving rapidly between these two cities, so city 1 to city 2, with some 60 kilometer per hour distance or any rapid speed, so at that time then also your mobile device is capable to detect the signal, connect the signal to the mobile communication network. So such a kind of device, it is called as a mobile. So this is the first term we always in your mobile communication. Now let us have a look over the second term, and the second term, it is portable. So what exactly we mean by the portable, and what is the difference between mobile and portable, that we want to understand. Now while talking about the portable device, the portable devices are not moved with rapid speed. So always keep in mind that mobile devices or mobile terminals or radio terminals that are moved during the operation with a rapid speed is called mobile. But portable devices are not always moved rapidly. So we can define portable device as a radio terminal which can be handheld, so which is always present in our hand, so that's why we call it as a handheld device. So which can be a handheld device and used someone at a walking speed is called a portable. So portable devices are always term which the devices moved within these two cities, city 1 or city 2, with some walking speed. So that word, it is most important. So portable devices are having less speed, so it is always with a walking speed. Now the third term that we are going to discuss is subscriber. Okay, so what exactly we mean by a subscriber? So this subscriber term always used for different terminologies. So television subscribers are there, internet subscribers are there. So anyone that you are using that particular facility comes under the term subscriber. So while defining a term subscriber for mobile communication, we can say that a person who is using radio terminal for communication is called as subscriber. So a person who is using a radio terminal. So radio terminal itself, it is nothing but for example, we will take a handset of your mobile phone. So a person who is using a radio terminal for communication is called as a subscriber. So I am using telephone services, and if I am using a radio terminal for communication, then myself is the subscriber in that particular mobile communication system. So anyone who are using a terminal for communication, a radio terminal for communication, then we can term this particular person as a subscriber. Now, once we understood the subscriber, right? So let us have a look over a subscriber unit. So what exactly we mean by a subscriber unit? So subscriber is different, subscriber unit is different. So the person using a radio terminal is called as a subscriber, and the device which can be used by each subscriber is called as subscriber unit. So in about definition we discussed that a radio terminal. So radio terminal is nothing but your subscriber unit, right? So while defining a subscriber unit, we can say that a radio communication device used by each subscriber is called a subscriber unit. Okay, so we understood the subscriber term, we understood the subscriber unit term. So for example, if I am using a mobile terminal or a radio terminal, then myself is a subscriber, and whatever the mobile unit or radio terminal I am using, it is labeled as a subscriber unit. So this is the basic difference between a subscriber and subscriber unit. Hope all of you are understanding this particular point. Then let us have a look over the next point or the next term, and the fifth term we are using, it is called as user. So what exactly we mean by the user? So while defining a users, a group of subscribers who are using a radio wireless communication device is called as users. So always we say that the users terminology, it is used for group of subscribers, right? So suppose if I am using a Idea company mobile services, then I am the user of Idea mobile services or anything. It may be a Vodafone, it may be anything, right? So it may be Airtel or BSNL, Reliance, anything. So the services are utilized always with the help of group of subscribers, right? So users are always defined as a group of subscribers who are using a radio wireless device or communication. So radio in bracket I will note down, wireless communication device is called user, or if you are using more than one person, then users, right? Then once we understood the term users, then we will move for the next term, that is called as mobilers. So what exactly we mean by the mobilers? So while defining mobilers, we can define a group of users of mobile phones for communication is called mobilers. Okay, so the different terms we discussed. First term we discussed, that is what do we mean by mobile, then what exactly we mean by portable, then the term subscriber unit, user, and mobilers. Now once we understood this term mobilers, let us have the most important term, that is called as a cell. So this cell term, it is most important term in your mobile communication. So while defining this particular term cell, let us have a look over a mobile network. So we can say that mobile communication, it is completely wireless communication. So no any cable or physical medium is present within two different subscribers or users. So only air or a free space is the media which is used for communication between two different persons or subscribers. And we can also say that this particular mobile communication is available everywhere at each and every place. So that particular network becomes so much stronger that at remote areas also we can get a mobile communication range. So that's why this particular mobile communication electromagnetic range or free space, it is available over a wide area. So the geographic coverage or area of that particular base station is called as a cell. So suppose let us have a look. Suppose this is your base station. So base station, it is always fixed station, right? Always keep in mind that base station, it is fixed one, and mobile station, it is moving, right? So whatever the terminal you are using, it is a mobile station because it is moving. Always it has a mobility, right? So from one point to the another, this particular mobile communication, mobile station is continuously moving. But it is not the case for base station. So always keep in mind that this particular base station, it is always fixed at some particular location. Now this particular base station contains a BSS system is there, then BTS system is there. In our further discussion, I am also going to discuss the terminologies like BSS, then BTS, right? So meanwhile, just keep in mind that the base station is nothing but the fixed station on the earth, and the mobile station, it is continuously moving, or it is rapidly moving. Now this particular base station has some antenna like structure which is mounted on some tower. So in our day to day life also we are observing different towers, right? So it is mobile towers, and some antenna like structure, it is placed on that particular tower, and this particular antenna radiates electromagnetic energy in all directions, right? So basically some omnidirectional structure or antennas we are using, so radiating that particular energy in all direction, right? So just keep in mind that some antenna like structure is present over there. So transceiver both action itself, it is done on this particular antenna. Some switching related actions also done with the help of some controlling part of this base station. So that also we are going to discuss. So suppose if I am the person and I am using some mobile handset, right? So this is some mobile handset or some mobile device radio terminals I am having, and I am receiving the signal from this particular base station. So suppose another person is calling to me, so that signal will go to the base station, and from this particular base station this signal is connected to my radio terminal, right? Now this particular base station has its own coverage area. So it is the geographical coverage area. So beyond that particular geographical area, no signal will be received. So up to this particular area, the signal will be received. Once you cross that particular geographical coverage area, the signal it transferred to the next base station. So suppose, always keep in mind that this particular base station, it is a hexagonal cell structure, all right? So such a coverage area we are having, right? So this is nothing but the coverage area in which I can receive or transmit the signal, or my mobile controlling it is done with the help of this particular base station. Now this particular coverage area, it is always of 2 to 10 kilometers, right? So from within the range 2 to 10 kilometers, I can capable to connect with this base station. Now once I cross this boundary, myself or my radio terminal itself gets connected to the next cell. So suppose this is your cell 1, and suppose this is your cell 2. Now the cell 2 has its own base station. Now the coverage area of cell 2 or base station 2, it is some different one. So suppose this is your cell 2, and suppose this is your base station. So whatever the coverage area of this base station 2, it is different, and it is also of 2 to 10 kilometers. So while defining a cell, we can define cell as a geographic coverage area, a geographic coverage area of a base station, with the diameter of 2 to 10 kilometers, each of which allocated a number of RF channels is called a cell or base station cell. Thus, cell represents the coverage area of base station. Right? So this is all about the cell concept, right? So meanwhile we will stop here. In next lecture we also discuss the different important terminologies of your mobile communication. So thank you very much.